assignment here in the early part of the week, I need people to have time to make it up. So I figure it's just best to move whatever we have, early in the week to the beginning of next week. No, I'm not giving you my crackers. No, eat your donuts. I don't want those old wheat donuts.
I want them.
No, I'm not giving you my crackers. Eat your donuts. I'm not trading crackers for those wheat things. Absolutely not. I'm sure they are. You eat.
I'll take them.
He's not willing to give up. He just wants to trade.
Give me some food and come back.
Uh-uh.
So can I say something to keep energy in or out? Or is it not
Electricity.
energy?
Yeah, but could be.
Electricity one.
Wait, what are y'all talking about?
But we're in the electricity one.
But it's energy, just
Say what?
saying.
It's
What
not
about?
energy because she's on my laptop. I said
so.
energy. It's electricity.
Is he?
I have a vague recollection of grading. Yeah,
But
she
she
did.
literally told us.
This is one of them. She told us what.
3.
What? Three, maybe.
I'm gonna say electricity.
Sugar.
Age where you can legally drop out. I'm not dropping out. I just asked.
16.
You can drop out.
Six,
So that means I'm not
What?
going to, but if I could, I could just run out and be like, I'm dropping.
If I get in the K-12 program in April and I find out I'm not teaching,
Okay. What?
You mean?
That would be crazy. If I just got my stuff.
Conduction.
I'm
dropping
Shall
out.
we?
They couldn't do anything.
It's not white.
No, I wouldn't do that though.
Three messages.
I need education.
methods, not messages.
Gotta get a good option, or at least something good.
Instructions. Perfect.
Did we turn in our openings?
Yeah, last week.
Yeah, but this should be like our second one, right?
This is 3rd.
Oh, so yeah, I did do it. Yeah.
Wait.
You got any more balloons, Miss Wall?
Hmm?
You got any more balloons? Oh, there they go.
No.
What is that? Yeah.
So the key to the induction is like not touching, right?
Ms. Wall, do you remember last semester? There once when I poked my head in here?
Do I remember when you stuck your head in here last semester?
Yeah.
Good Lord, man.
I like yelled. Cause all those students came in.
That does not stand out to me.
What is the rules for practical?
Got everything, yeah. Well, I want some food.
The insulators like keep in and or like reduce transfer or something. Something I don't know how to word it.
Insulators stop the movement of electrons.
Right.
Hungry.
Everything's probably about, I'm going away, they just buy 5 million.
So here's that,
All by
but
myself.
it's in on later.
Alright, who next to that? Elizabeth, I see, now Jeff, Tyler, Eloise, yeah. No. I want to chase the board down.
He dropped out.
What's the point of going back to school if I'm not gonna go to school?
Yeah, I know why we still got it.
He's missed over 50 days last month.
Anybody seen Joseph today?
He dropped out.
Have we seen him today?
I don't think.
All right, so number one, what is an insulator?
Something that keeps electricity in or out.
All right, basically it slows the movement of electrons. Okay. Number two, what are the three methods of charging? Give me one of you, Relish.
Induction.
Induction. All right. Give me a definition for it.
Induction.
I want a definition for induction from. Trevor.
Like the exact definition?
Yeah, that would be nice. Y'all sucked at this on the lab. I've only graded page 1 and page 4, but they sucked.
Well, I pulled mine out
It
from.
said rearrangement of chains without touching.
Say what now?
Rearrangement of chains without touching.
All right, rearrangement of charge without touching. Okay?
Friction.
Friction.
Rub two objects together to create a static electricity.
Okay? And
Conduction.
conduction. What's that? A lot of people wrote touching, and I wrote -1, needs more.
It's a transfer
The
of
transfer of,
Electrons by
by direct contact.
direct contact. That was the definition.
what is
Okay.
the context
Now,
Touching.
touching. Okay, I asked for the definition on the lab sheet, which is why I took off -1. I didn't ask for the key word. If I asked for the key word, I'd have given you full points. What?
I didn't finish mine.
I didn't grade yours. I'm only talking about the people who said,
I'm just saying.
okay. So if you haven't finished yours, fix it before you turn it in. All right, number 3. So what's the key to identifying induction?
right there? Not touching.
It has to be not touching. It rearranges the charge before it touches it. All right, what's the rule for attractive forces? Jose?
Water. Water.
That's all I get is a shrug. It's not like I actually get up and move. I just ask for an answer.
So who are you
Opposites do what?
What?
Opposites do what? There you go. That's the rule. Opposites attract. Same does what?
Same does what?
Same charges would do what?
Oh,
Yeah. Either answer would work. You could say opposites attract or same repels.
oh.
Okay? So, how does an electroscope work? What did it do on Friday?
Measure static.
Okay? By doing what? What do the leaves do? The leaves go up because why? Why are the leaves repelling? What about the electricity makes the leaves repel? Or go up? Put it this way, I'm going to need something more specific on the quiz we're going to take this week.
I think that's fair.
Not today.
There's less water.
Can I get some water, please?
Wait a minute. After we finish this answer.
Water.
Okay, so when you had the little ball and you touched the little silver ball, okay, and the leaves opened, why did the leaves open? What traveled down to each of the leaves?
Electricity.
Okay, what specifically is in the electricity?
Electron.
The electrons, right? So, what charge do each of the electrons have? Negative. All right, so both of these have a negative. Both of these have a negative charge. And if they're both negative, what do?
Repel.
They repel, okay? The leaves open or split open, like you're saying, because both have a negative charge, so the leaves repel, okay? Everybody with me on that? So if I ask this on the quiz, I'm expecting y'all to be able to tell me that the leaves open because they have the same charge, so the leaves are repelling each other, okay? That's why they open. All right, number 6. What's going to happen if you have two E's, two electrons? A repel. What's going to happen if you have a proton and a neutron? Now thinking if you have a proton and an electron. They'll attract. And you get some water.
I guess some
Take how while you're
sore throat.
going to and from.
I guess some sore throat.
Say what?
I guess some sore throat.
Yes, take your hood off. All the way off. All the way. What about all the way was not clear?
Protons and
All right, questions. All right, so I have a couple people's lab papers.
No.
Yep. I have Urelli's, Najea's, Derek's, and Markel's. I hand them to Urelli. All right, so if you need a few more minutes to finish it, the equipment I left on the back table. So if you need to test something because you're not finished, do that. I told you I'd give you about 10, 12 minutes or so to finish up today. So do that. All right? Here, Trevor, come here.
Oh,
No.
I don't know anybody's names in this class.
Fortunately, these papers don't have names on them. You just got to hand one to everybody.
Oh, no. What are we doing? What's that? What's this? What's what? It's not a packet. It's fine. Homework?
Nope. And those of you who I gave your lab paper back because you're not done, you can work with your partner. You don't have to work by yourself.
Don't think I'll get some paper.
Got none. The same?
What?
The same? What's that mean?
Would light charges be? Do they attract or repel? Yeah.
That's what it means, right?
Yeah.
Just making sure.
Mhm.
I read it here.
Yeah, they repel.
We're not, I don't have sandwiches.
That's why we need to deliver.
What's that? Switch. Disruption.
But I usually put it on my phone because I camera.
Want to make sure it's. Is this a great?
Jose, get off the phone and find the answer to my questions.
I'm done.
Huh?
I'm done.
With that paper that Trevor just handed you.
Oh, it's supposed to be in.
Brought that back. Boy, genius over there. Let me see it. And get off the phone. See, Tyler came over to copy you since you're done already. Really? Finish your lab.
I didn't start, so don't look at me.
Would insulator count as a material? We'll have to like put a material.
Say what now?
Like the first question is material that's not allowed.
Let me see which question you're on. Let me grab it. So I know what you're talking about. Which one? One.
Do I play?
Material that does not allow an electric current to pass through easily. Insulators, all of them.
Okay.
See how there are answer blocks at the bottom? You can count the blocks to make sure you have the right answer. Now, your lab sheet's laid up here at the front where the Elmo is, the document camera.
That was mine up there.
Because I found it laid on the counter when y'all left.
I swear to God, I put it in my food there. Because I was literally just looking for it.
All I can tell you is it's got your name on it.
Where is it at?
Laying up here under the document camera.
Alright.
Oh, no. Oh.
You have to go on the puzzle. I didn't ask you.
I don't care. If you can answer them without filling in the puzzle, it's fine. I just left the blanks there largely, so if you have trouble figuring out the answer, you can count and figure out if you have the right word.
Well,
Is this right?
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I'll be in Snapchat, right? And I'll be trying to type, and then it presses back. So basically keep it down. So when I click keep it,
Now, what are you supposed to be doing?
this electric charge. Right?
So it's stuck to it, next to another one. So do we rub this one too? Okay, and then it's.
Grace, do I have your lab sheet?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
What do you mean? Yeah, they did. What is that?
Okay, let me hold this up.
What? Oh my God. Really? Play-Doh. It looks like you're squeezing Play-Doh out of that little thing. Marquez, look at that. Doesn't it look like Play-Doh?
Yeah, right.
Like that straight up looks like Play-Doh. Whoa. You really gotta get that back.
It ain't
You gotta get that back.
Okay.
It's going to have a harder time today, guys, because it's cooler in here than it was Friday. Yes. Which one are you looking at? Materials that are good conductors.
For the definition. Yeah, look for the definition. I know.
I would say it's nice. Yeah, I do. I just bumped up my head.
Well, I don't know. Are we gonna over this?
Yes, we are. And I want you to try it before we go over.
I am trying. Skip it around.
Skip around and answer ones you know.
No. There you go.
No.
I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You're not gonna do it.
What do you mean?
Doing these.
online?
I know what you're
I'm gonna start getting
What you got today? I got that. I don't know. I don't know.
It's true, but like, it just pops up. It's like-
I said, well,
Hey, you feel really good. Attraction.
Thinking about what has balloon to do with the future. Why does this balloon do this? Attraction, because negative,
Wait, what are negative bars?
negative, positive.
Huh?
What are negative bars?
I don't have any.
Electrons?
Material that's inside. Where we at?
What's that?
Oh, it's on the outside. Rubber's expensive. It'll be cheaper than rubber.
Why?
No.
Brown
What's the
metal.
green stuff that's around Christmas tree lights?
What are pennies made out of?
I don't know. Plastic?
Yes.
Oh, that's number 6. Plastic, just plastic.
Is induction not touching?
Yep.
Induction, not touching.
Electrons are neutral, right?
Mm-hmm.
Neutrons.
Neutrons.
And then, negatives are electrons.
Negatives are electrons.
Materials that
Think about what happened when this is charged.
usually are good conductors.
What do you think?
Or that's what I just put. What you texted, what you doing? Give me your-
Now we're coming back there, lab group.
Almost done.
Okay.
Does Earth serve as a conductor of electricity?
Sure does. That's why we get struck by lightning.
It's just on the back.
Uh-huh.
I don't know.
Yeah.
That's a big word.
People need to stop seeing.
I don't know that word.
They're not posted. That's creepy.
I told you like things, Grace. Oh my God, there's a whole
If
lot.
both leaves of the electric receive a negative charge, the leaves will attract. They'll come together.
Oh, sure.
If they're both negative, will they attract?
Because.
Yeah. If both leads are negative, so if they're both negative, that one's negative and that one's negative, will they attract? What do they do? So what's the word that you think? Yes.
Right.
Yes. It says correct spectrum.
Oh, nah. Even if I got top of it, oh,
That's a good conductor of electricity. That's why.
That's why we're able to have lightning strike the earth.
I smell that.
Ew, that's creepy.
Let me see. It looks fucking weird.
I don't have to write it out, right? I can just change this.
Yeah, just change that word.
How do you want me to give you some? You just like, yeah, just like.
Now we come on those labs.
This is great.
I don't even know why I picked it up.
You know. Go ahead.
Save the messages.
You know what the balloons, right?
Yeah, y'all are done with balloons. Y'all are popping. They're done.
Go right next to Grace's ear, right next to it.
Do not do that. We're not listening to Trevor.
I want her to go deaf.
Well, we're
You need to go to the technical and ask for one.
The second one.
This is 100.
No, you do. I'm doing it.
Okay, do it. I thought this was.
How's Larry's?
Yeah, I got a really good report today.
Oh, good.
Oh my God, why?
I think he can get glasses maybe end of next week.
Oh, that's awesome.
Really good shit. Hold on.
Maybe the following week. I'll just see if the vision is good enough to get the next week get glasses. So we don't know how the vision's gonna be. We're hopeful.
Why you looking?
You know, he said, you know, just maybe.
Did he put that on that? Just maybe that.
I know how much you got done on that assignment.
Like half of it.
Let me say it.
How long have I been here?
I can't tell if it's true or false.
Leave your
You still got a lab paper, other than my group at the back. What about the back side?
Then like.
That ain't even the true fault side. That's a fill in the blank. Do the assignment.
With the wall.
Yes, Trevor.
I get a drink of water.
Yes, you may.
Did you, what's number 3?
Let's wash, you get the second bed.
I'm still not clear.
Oh, can't feel it. I can't feel it.
Tyler, finish your assignment.
Number 7.
I still can't feel it.
This.
Ask Jose, he knows.
What's number 3?
Astro. What's wrong? I did not forget to save it. Don't save it. Try to forget it. It's forgetting. I'm so happy it's perfect. You know, Easter is one of my least favorite holidays.
Get in a bad spot.
Oh, you can not do it. You know?
Oh my God.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Same place. No, with the other.
Oh my God, what is that?
Oh my God.
Wow. What's the definition? It's not funny.
Last time you put it.
You don't know. You're not. You without it. Sure.
Alright, the people who are working in the back, I need y'all's lab sheets moving my way. You've had over 15 minutes.
I can't.
Yeah. You got it.
No, I was trying to do that.
Yeah.
How am I doing?
What is that?
Oh, it's like why are you looking at my voice?
Yeah, we got covers.
Oh my God.
You know, like,
Stop.
What am I gonna sit in the back waiting on? What?
I'm trying to figure out.
You just have to give me examples. You don't have to give me different examples. Just give me some examples you did in the lab. It can be the balloons, the rubbing of the fur, anything. I don't care what it is. Just give me examples.
No.
You can give me 6 friction examples for all I care.
they're like,
They just had to be examples from the lab.
you don't have to fill that out.
What's that?
Stop.
Don't break it down.
Yeah.
I'm bringing
That's what it is about.
We're just talking.
What's he saying?
You really, what are you doing?
Huh?
Right, I feel
I
like.
said, what are you doing?
Nothing.
Why are you back there?
Father.
I'm doing my work.
What work?
My, hold up now.
You know, that's it.
I literally have a
Wow, hard eyes? Ooh, yeah.
That's too scandalous.
We gotta go with dad movie. Like, oh, I'm
So
sorry.
Spanish subject. We get so excited.
I know.
Because.
You sent me a picture I've seen before. Why would they do that?
Howdy.
Nobody told. None of my friends did see me. All my friends got me. They're the ones in New Jersey.
They might not have it.
They all do.
See.
They all do.
Do
If
it.
they're in Jersey, they don't. Wow. I do know about that. All these chicks want to know that shit. I'm fucking dudes.
Oh, they're all shit.
I don't fuck the guys. That was weird.
Are they responding?
Yeah, I gotta talk to a guy. There's too much like competition. I feel like one of my girlfriends was like,
Did no one say no to me?
I'm like, what?
Did no one say no to something?
So what?
To the picture you sent.
Did he say no? Is that what he said? Look at your nose.
That's what I know.
Oh, God.
I was just like, cute.
What?
There you go.
Yeah, why'd you say that? Well, you took all that. I didn't even see you come over there. Snake.
All right, if you guys in the back play the turn in a lap, I need it. I need it now.
No, you shut up. Get out of here.
So you start.
Wait, we turn it in here?
Right here, it's fine. It's
This is the only glass rod you need. The only glass rod you need. And the carbon but stop because
Alright,
you see something like
Tyler, get up here, sit down.
what?
Get up here and sit down. Let's look at some answers. What you came up with?
Conductor, copper, metal.
They're all blue bloods.
What?
Kim, you take your bloods out.
Okay.
Mario, Elizabeth, I need y'all's labs up here on my desk. Get out of that chair. I'm sitting here, not you. Get out of the chair.
Did you take my lab? You took it already?
I already did.
That's what I get.
Mario, Elizabeth, put it on my desk.
Here, you already got it. You already got it.
Question one. The material that does not allow electric current to pass through easily would be a what?
Insulator.
Insulated. Number two, what like charges do would be a what? Repel. Accumulation of electric charges of an object would be what?
Say, Jose.
Go ahead, Jose. What is the Diablo?
I don't know.
What did we do a lab on Friday?
She told me that was static electricity.
It is static electricity, that's the right answer.
I don't know why you didn't say
Oh,
it.
that's two words. I told you, boy. You said 2 charges. You said 2 charges. What is it?
I don't know.
See, you.
You should have just said.
I was looking for 2. I was looking for 1 word. I was no word that big.
Just put it on my desk, Mario. Why are you copying your paper?
It's on your desk.
Write down examples that you saw during the lab.
We saw the
that
same one.
fit.
I gave it.
No,
Yes.
then you can reproduce them. Any 5 examples that you saw during that lab and tell me what type they are. I am fairly certain you can make up examples. They don't have to be different. I don't care if they're all friction, all induction, all conduction. All right, number, where are we at? 4, materials that are usually good conductors.
Metals.
Metals. What unlike, get out of this chair.
Is it okay if I put that? That's okay, right?
Just in there,
Those are-
right? You see these blanks down here? They're supposed to match that. Are they gonna fit on that line?
How is that a puzzle? Same thing though. Like, how is it? You're gonna tell me that's not the same thing. But, hold on, you gotta tell me that's not the same thing.
Today.
Yes, get out of the chair. Go sit somewhere else.
100, right? Turn it in.
Go away. What unlike charges do is what?
Repel, correct.
Unlike means they're
Oh, why
different, so
am
they
I
will
looking
attract.
at number 2?
Alright. And for some odd reason, like and unlike cause issues on the test when I use those words. If I say different or same, no one has an issue. If I use the words like and unlike, it causes issues. Alright, metal that is often used in wires to conduct electricity. Copper. The material that's used around the copper wire to insulate it would be what?
Plastic.
Plastic. Okay, a lot of people put rubber, but unfortunately rubber's more expensive, so we tend to use plastic. Alright, it's cheaper. That's just the reality of the world we live in. Everybody wants to use cheaper. Any material that allows electricity to pass easily through it.
Conductor.
Conductors, or just conductor if it doesn't have another line for net. Alright, neutral particles are neutrons. Tyler, put your butt in a chair, not this one, and sit in it.
I gotta get something for Mark.
When he says, huh, I'm pretty sure you don't have to get anything from Mario. Go sit down. You're irritating me.
I gotta get something.
Number 10, positively charged particles are protons and negatively charged particles are,
Electron.
there you go. All right, on the back side. These are true and false, and if they're false, we're going to correct the statement that's underlined. So, the positively charged particle in an atom are protons.
True.
Yes, that is true. Number 2, the negatively charged particles are neutrons.
False.
What are they?
Electrons.
Good. If an atom has an equal number of protons and electrons, the entire atom is neutral.
True.
Yes. If the protons and electrons are equal, it's neutral.
Yeah.
That's good.
But I had it all.
All right. So this is what we were talking about with charges. Let's see if we can do this one. If an atom has a greater number of electrons, more electrons than protons. So think about it. What charge do electrons have?
Negative.
Okay. So more negatives than protons, which are what? Positive. So more negatives than positives. The entire atom is positive.
False.
False. The entire atom will be what?
Negative.
Negative, because you have more negative charges. All right, the accumulation of electric charges is called magnetism.
False.
If we talk about magnetism,
No, so I said false.
no, so it's false. So, what's the accumulation of charges called? Static. Yes.
I really
You
thought
guys
that.
make it throw her more.
I really thought that said magnesium. Like that's how dyslexic.
No, not magnesium. All right, a conductor is a material that allows electrons to flow through it easily. True. Metals are poor conductors of electricity.
False.
False.
Good.
What should we change that to?
Good.
Yep. Plastics, wood, rubber, and glass are good conductors.
False.
They're good what?
Insulators.
Earth serves as a conductor of electricity.
True.
True. I answered that multiple times. If we have a thunderstorm later, I don't know if we will or not. We're getting to the time of year where we could. It's supposed to be colder tomorrow. It's warm today. Warm and cold air come together, creates thunderstorms. It also can create tornadoes. We're a very low possibility of even thunderstorms today. But the point in that story is if we have lightning can move from the clouds to the ground, and that's just static electricity. The Earth serves as a conductor because the lightning travels from the clouds to the ground.
Wasn't it something like the Statue of Liberty gets struck like 300 times a year?
I like
I wouldn't be at all surprised by that. That giant metal statue standing up in the
Yeah. I
air.
know somebody has a picture of it where they waited for like 4 days till a thunderstorm happened and they like felt the crackle and they had like that picture where you put the set at like 500 and they finally got one and they were like, well, there you go.
No.
If I ever saw that, just
Now, most tall buildings have what's called a lightning rod,
yeah.
and we'll talk about that when we do the safety features where if it gets hit, the lightning hits the lightning rod and it falls I wouldn't be surprised. And I have no idea. I've never been in a building that's hit by lightning.
That's shocking.
I know.
That's funny.
Because I know what I would like to start building is like at our house. When we had that thunderstorm that past time, that loud thunder, if anybody remembers that, it was like 1 in the morning and the thunder was like, boom, my whole house shook.
I don't know.
I mean, it's happened at my house when I was home with my mother and sister. So they did not enjoy the experience. All right. The presence of electric charges can be detected with an electroscope.
Yeah.
True. That's what y'all did on Friday. Some of y'all were, no, only Blues were done today, so yes, that was Friday. The leaves of the electroscope hang straight down when the device receives a charge.
False.
That's false.
No
You can
charge.
change that to no charge if you want. Okay? If both leaves of the electroscope receive a negative charge, the leaves attract.
False.
False, it does what?
Repel.
It repels. Alright, and the last one. When an object loses electrons, alright, if you lose electrons, what do you have more of? More protons. So what charge will you have?
False.
You'll have a positive charge, so that's true or false?
False.
It's false because you have a positive charge. Alright, questions?
No.
Alright, now,
no
we
charge.
reviewed everything up through charge. So now that we've done static electricity, now we're gonna change topics and do current. Okay? We will towards, Wednesday, Thursday.
Oh, is that for
Thank you.
this?
Is that really that hard?
Do I need to know if you want to know static pyramid or multiple pyramid?
No, just from the one you just did.
Oh, well, that's multiple.
You did multiple ones.
Like the other ones, because you said experiments.
No, you picked all from that lab.
That's okay.
I mean, any of 1 through 4. Alright, so find your notes. Nigel's lab over here, you know, that's all blank. It's not completely blank, most of blank.
Now let's see how long it's going to be before my computer dies.
Some kid grabbed my arm and watched like took a picture of my tattoo. It's like,
Sir.
like I was about to fall asleep. And he was like, oh, white boy got a tattoo?
I wish I had that. They said people can't do that, no matter what you put in there.
I'm black.
Yeah. Unless you like spike it up really.
This isn't a new unit, is it?
No, I wouldn't.
Nope. Nope.
No, it's not.
Just the second half of what we were doing. All right.
When I get older, you will be able to see it.
All right. So we talked about on, I don't know, Thursday or Friday. I don't know which day. All right. That there are two types of electricity that we were going to study. One was static electricity, and one is current. Okay? And we said static electricity was electricity that's essentially not moving. All right? That if I rub my feet on the carpet or I create static electricity in some way, and I touch Markel, and I pass my electrons from myself to Markel, can he then turn around and touch Trevor and shock Trevor? No, he cannot. Okay? In case y'all forgot, no, he cannot. Now, we're going to talk about current today. All right? Current will allow that electricity to continue. So if I am holding something that's passing current through myself and I touch Markel, that current will travel into Markel, and then Markel can touch Trevor, and that current will touch Trevor. Trevor could then touch Urelli, and that current will travel to Urelli. Okay? Now, say what? It could, yes. Depending on the amount of resistance, it could lessen. Yes. All right. So, what is current, first of all? All right. It is essentially a flow of electrons. Now, for us, it's going to be through a wire. Because, I'm not giving y'all electricity to just play with. I'm 2 years from retirement. Remember that whole spiel at the beginning? I have no intention of being sued and not getting my retirement in 2 years.
Are you going to retire in 2 years?
That's the current plan. Unless I buy a lottery ticket, and I become a multi-millionaire in the next week or
They're
so.
gonna give me some money.
Then, I'll go out early, but the plan is to retire in 2.5 years. I only have a chance of 1 in 292.2 million of winning, so I'm fairly certain I'll be here next week.
You play the lottery?
No, rarely. Every now and then I buy a lottery ticket.
What if all
Well, my parents did.
I probably won't even buy one for Wednesday.
My grandparents won like $10,000 one time, and I think my parents won like $5,000. And they were like, "That's the most we're gonna get in our life," so we're happy with that. And I was like, "Yeah, don't ever win $4 billion lotteries."
The closest I think I've ever come is my husband bought a lottery ticket in South Carolina when the lady won in South Carolina during the last big one that was like 1 billion. That was the closest we ever came, because we bought one in the same state. It's probably the closest we'll ever come. All right, so how is current different from static electricity? What did we just say?
Electrons to continue moving.
All right. Current allows the electrons to continue moving. Static electricity. Okay, static electricity stops after one transfer. All right. Current allows the electrons to continue moving.
Bro, I found a way to make cars that don't take any energy.
Say what now?
I found a way to make cars that don't take no energy. Ow. Look, like, I can't explain it with words. It has to be drawn.
Has to be what?
Drawn.
Are you using water, air?
No, it has to be like drawn.
How is it moving?
Oh, like, alright. So you know how cars are on wheels? And
Yeah.
they're even, right?
Yeah.
They're even wheels, and they need to be pushed. But if the wheel in the back is bigger than the wheel in the front, then it's gonna be going like that. So it's always gonna be rolling. And then
If you're on an
you
even
just have-
surface, it
you
wouldn't
can just
roll.
have brakes.
But if you're on an
Okay.
even surface, it wouldn't roll.
Like that.
It would be like
I didn't
this,
see that.
like go.
Yeah, he sees what I mean, right?
It's like uphill.
How do you go
Yeah,
uphill?
like this wheel is up here, and
How
that
you
wheel
gonna
get.
get when?
How do you go uphill?
How do you go uphill?
How do you go uphill?
There you go. That's flawed.
Apparently, you're just always going downhill.
You're always going downhill.
Yeah.
You can't drive straight. You can't drive all
Okay.
But that's when the fuel.
You have to get a really big.
When the-
But it's they're still using energy.
Okay.
Yeah, but
So
that's,
it's just
Yeah.
the same guy.
yeah, it's the same guys. Can I get some water?
Yeah, I didn't finish.
There's about to be a slow car.
I'm going 2 miles an hour down the street. I'll make it there eventually.
Alright. So, what is needed for current to flow? All right, and this is going to be fairly technical,
Conductor.
but we need to know what is needed. Now, this is going to get into current, resistance, and voltage, which will lead us to Ohm's law, which unfortunately for you is going to drive you a little batty, but it's only one formula.
Oh.
Just one. Just one. We're not going to spend much time on it.
1
okay?
to 2 minutes.
All right. The first thing we have to have is a closed circuit. So when we build circuits later in the week, and I think I've talked about this lab. The last lab we'll do for this unit is a circuit lab. And you have to build 2 circuits for me. It's the only performance lab we do all year. 40 points of the lab is the lab sheet. But 60 points come, 60 points comes from you building and demonstrating your circuit works. Okay? Your circuit doesn't work, and you can't make it work, you don't get your points. Okay?
We build it in class or at home?
In class. Okay? So, no, you build it in. And one of the things that causes issues is sometimes you don't have a closed circuit. Your electrons can't jump from one wire to the next wire. The wires have to be closed. So when you bring me the circuit to check, if one of the wires comes loose, you've got an open circuit. And your lights are not going to work when the circuit's open. It has to be a closed circuit. Okay? Now, the second thing, and this one's a little, like I said, a little technical. You have to have what's called a potential difference or a voltage. All right? And I will use both of these words interchangeably, the whole unit, so hopefully you get used to hearing them and you know they're the same. We use voltage a lot more than we use potential difference, but I don't know which one you'll see on the exam, so I tend to use both. Okay? But voltage and potential difference mean the same. You see voltage on batteries, you don't really see potential difference. So I wish the state would just use voltage, but again, I don't know which one you'll see. All right? Essentially, electrons move from an area of high potential to an area of low potential. Just like with heat. Heat always moves from where to where? Hot to cold, okay? Electrons always move in that same fashion. They always go from an area of high to low potential. Essentially, in a battery, they move from the area of negative to positive in a battery. Okay? So, they move from an area of high to low potential. It's basically the electron pump. And I have this on the next slide or two. Okay? The voltage is the pump. It pushes the electrons through the battery or the circuit so the electrons can move. Okay? I described the potential difference or the voltage as like a water tower. All right? Does anybody know what water towers are for in the county or the city?
We need to like store emergency water.
That's what everybody always tells me.
Okay, that's exactly what people say every time I ask that
They
question.
still look good.
They're gonna look good. They do look good because we put things on them now. That is not their function. Okay?
Water.
Nope. We store the water really high and we pump water up into it, so it creates water pressure in our pipes. Because when we go to the water faucet and we turn it on, what do we expect to come out of it? We expect water to come out of it, right? And we don't expect it to drip out. We expect to be able to turn it on low or at a high volume, right? And we expect water to run out when we want that to happen. Well, it doesn't happen unless there's water pressure in the water pipes to push that water out to us, right? We don't all live in the same city block. We live all over the place. So we need the water to flow through the pipes all throughout the city, correct? Well, we need water up high to push the pressure down to push that water through the water pipes, okay? So the water is up in those water towers to add pressure to push the water through the pipes throughout the city, okay? That's the function of a water tower. Hey, it does look pretty because we paint stuff on it, but the water is not emergency water. It's just to add pressure to push the water through the water pipes,
Yeah.
okay?
That's not enough emergency water.
No, it's not. So that's its function. So a voltage or a potential difference is like an electron pump. It pushes the electrons through the circuit so the electrons can travel and push electricity through. Okay? Does that make sense? All right, so now let's bore Trevor to death. All right, so now we're going to talk about our calculation. All right, there's three things we're going to calculate, Trevor. We're going to calculate currents. Okay? Now, current's going to tell us the number of electrons flowing. Now, when you get zapped, okay, the more electrons that are flowing, the more powerful the zap. So, when was it Nigel who said we put the battery on our tongue last week? Okay? So, that's a small zap. Are there many electrons flowing in that? No, because it's just a little tingle. Okay? It's not a whole lot. Now, if you stick a fork or a knife in the electrical outlet, it's 120 volts. It's gonna light you up a little bit, but make you let go. It's not gonna hurt you. Probably not gonna kill you. Now,
Let's test it out.
now let's not. Again, 2 years from retirement. I'm not hurting anybody. Now, some of the power lines outside. Now those will light you up and probably kill you. Okay?
I know so many.
A taser will make you stand up and take notice or really lay down. Now, depending on how sensitive you are, could make you pee yourself.
Oh. No, I'm right.
Now, for some people it will not. But for some people who are sensitive to that kind of thing, it could. Now,
I'm wearing a diaper everywhere I go now. Just in case.
really? You're afraid you're going to get tased?
Just in case. Dude, my dad has a taser and he is sadistic. He will go up to me and be like, and I will do it, but I'll like flinch and I'll flinch into it.
I mean, getting tased isn't that bad. It depends where you get tased.
I'll give him that one.
It depends where you get tased.
You get tased in the arm, it's okay. Like the stomach, it's okay.
You get tased in the neck.
Now, the potential difference or voltage, we've already said, is the electron pressure. All right, it pushes the electrons through the circuit. You got to have it. All right, without a voltage or a potential difference, you can't have a circuit because you got to have something to push the electrons through. It's like the water tower. You got to have something that's pushing electrons through the circuit. Now, you've all seen batteries, 9 volts, C, AAA, AA. Do they all have the same voltage written on them?
No.
No. Okay. So the bigger the number, the greater the voltage, the greater the electron pump. Now, the final thing that we're going to have to use in our calculation is resistance. Now, resistance opposes the flow of electrons. It creates friction in a circuit. Now, this is the one thing that is the greatest issue in circuits. Why? What have we learned this semester that friction creates?
Wait.
I'm not changing. I'm changing colors. What does friction create in a circuit? That's right. Friction creates heat. All right, and that's a problem.
Really?
Yeah. Why would it be a problem?
Yeah, because you have to it can burn up stuff.
To burn up stuff. Exactly.
I had to think about that because, like, I had to play. Anybody in here ever built
I have not, no.
Go what? A computer? John, you know John Snyder? Yeah, he has. Like, I built one that I have at home.
Really, you got it?
Does she look like she got it?
Nope, that's why I called on her. Are you gonna get it?
Yep.
Okay. So you're gonna know this on the quiz Wednesday. Everybody got what they need? All right. So, just for Trevor.
No, why?
Here's the formula. Ohm's law is V equal IR. Now, if you've taken Mr. Buck's class, he probably taught it a slightly different way. Okay? I'm teaching it the way that it's on the reference table. A lot of texts will teach it as I equals V over R. But since our state test has listed it on your orange card as V equals IR, I'm going to leave it the way they have it. So what do you suppose V stands for?
Voltage.
Voltage. What do you suppose R stands for? Resistance. So that means I is going to stand for what? Current. Okay? So just so we have our units, they're really easy. All right? Voltage is V, or potential difference, and its unit's easy. It's volts. Okay? Nice and easy. Voltage is volts. The other two are different. Current is amperes, and if you've had an electricity class with Mr. Al or Mr. Butts, you can change this to either capital A, or you can write amps. And for ohms, you can make it a horseshoe. Okay? You can do it either way. You don't have to write ohms. You can make it the horseshoe. Doesn't matter to me which one you use. Eric, you something? You done anything for me all day? No. You've been playing on your phone. All right, so if we look at an example or two just for Trevor, that does not mean put your head down. I'm only doing this because you say you struggle with the math. Okay, and then we're out of the math.
Already starting to get tired. Right.
Don't do that. Don't be stretching out on the desk. Everybody have what they need.
No. Yeah.
Who said no?
As soon as I see those numbers.
Tell me when you got it, Elizabeth. We're only going to do a problem or two just for you. Everybody else will be fine.
So he don't only got to do a problem, right?
You don't need to write it down. Trevor needs to at least pay attention even if you don't write it down. At least watch.
Why you say like why are you on that?
You don't usually have trouble with math.
Suck it, man. I just suck at this. When it's this type of math, then I'm good. But when it's that, I don't know. This might be okay.
It's squared. Yeah, I suck at tropical.
All right.
Divided by
So what's it asking us to find?
x plus y plus c.
Well, we're not doing any of that kind of math. We can do that too, but we're not. Huh? I said we can do that too, but we're not.
Are we writing this?
It's up to you. If you don't think you struggle with the math, then don't do it.
Everybody.
Okay? Trevor struggles with math, so I want to do this with him.
I ain't got no calculator.
I don't think you need one for this, just saying.
Wouldn't it just be V equals 5 times 12?
Yes, it would, Trevor. Okay? So,
We're just too far.
So it says to find the what, Trevor? It says find the voltage. And the formula is V equals IR. So we're solving for voltage. So what's the current? And what's the resistance? So what do we get? All right. And what unit did we just say we'd put on a voltage? Okay, let me go back for a second. What unit did we just say we'd put on a voltage? So you write volts on it. And you can either write V or you can write volts. I would take either answer because either one is correct. You can choose.
Units.
Units. Doesn't go away. It just doesn't.
That's not hard math. I'm talking about like Common Core. It's like 20x divided by 35.
You know, we're not doing any of that.
Plus 7.
It doesn't, we don't do that.
What?
Okay? So if you had to do this one, would you be okay with this? Where I said find the current. If I said find the current, would you be okay with this one, Trevor?
Must be 120 equals blank times 10.
I don't know what it
Yeah,
is.
you just divide 120 by 10.
So V equals IR. So voltage is what? We want current. And resistance is 10. So we're dividing by what? So current is 12. And what unit do we put on a current?
A.
A or amps? Either one.
Well,
Everybody good? Feel okay about that equation?
Yeah.
Okay. There's one more in this chapter, but I'm not doing it right now. I don't think Trevor can handle 2 equations on the same day. He's liable to doze off over there.
I can't do
Okay?
that. Yeah, I got personal finance. That was
All right. This goes with our computer lab. How are current and resistance related? Because I don't write my agenda up here today.
is there a lot more notes after this?
Huh? I don't know. You gotta get to the point we get to the
Right, there's a new page.
computer lab.
Wait.
Oh crap, I skipped the Kahoot.
Oh yeah, you skipped
yeah,
it.
we gotta
Wow.
do this.
Oh no, you did it on purpose. Shit, no,
We'll
no,
do it
I
after,
like
we'll
doing
do it
that.
after we finish this. I'll go back.
Why don't we do it right now?
Go back.
So we can waste time a little bit.
But I didn't get here until 10:20 today, so I don't have a chance to write it on the board. Okay, so how are current and resistance related to each other? They're inversely proportional. Can anybody tell me what inversely proportional means for math class?
No,
Really?
no.
No, I can't.
Never
What does inverse mean in math class?
I don't
Opposite.
know.
Okay, so what does opposite mean?
Opposite.
Different.
Not the same.
If I say if one goes up, you would say,
No.
there you go. Okay, so you can tell me that that means opposite. And if one increases, the other decreases. Okay, so if we apply that to current and resistance, if current increases, what happens to resistance? It decreases.
I got a question.
Yeah.
It's not based on this though.
What?
What is our class average?
Your class average? I don't know. I'd have to. Well, it might tell me if I look in our school.
Or whose class average brother out of your other physical, your fourth period and third period?
Oh, y'all's is better than fourth period. I know that without looking. I don't have to look. No, I'm positive. I don't have to look to know the answer to that.
So they just in there.
Even
They don't do work.
Some people don't do any work. Their attendance is worse than y'all's. But it's fourth period. Most fourth period classes have worse attendance than first and third.
Everybody is the first thing.
Because
Ready
everybody.
to go. Time to get out of here.
Everybody leaves.
Right, right.
Well, you know, that's something.
You get about 2:30, 2:45, and out the door they go. Sometimes they don't even make that. They're just not here.
Are you staying after tomorrow?
Yep, today and tomorrow and Wednesday. Now
Okay,
remember,
so
if you have anything that was not on the printed progress report stuff is over. But the last test we took, the benchmark test, anything from last week or the week before, those things are not on the printed progress report. If they're missing, you have today and tomorrow to get those made up. Okay?
So the test I
How
gotta
long's
do.
the test?
That test you gotta do, you're supposed to be here during lunch.
You better be here during lunch. Okay, what?
How long's the test?
Which one are you doing?
Not the benchmark, but the one we did after that.
49 questions, 48 questions.
You gotta let me know again.
Are you wanna go now? Okay.
I'll forget if I don't do it now.
Oh, I'm hungry.
No, you can say no.
Can you still talk about food over there?
Only reason I ain't come Friday because I was too, I forgot and I was too good. At lunch, so, you know.
Whatever.
Hand it to me now.
Put it in your pocket. That's why I gave it to you, because I'll forget. All right, so if there's a high resistance, what happens to current?
It decreases.
It'll be a low what?
Potential.
A low current. Okay? Do you want me to let you write that or no? All right.
I had one right.
All right, so this goes back to what we were talking about a minute ago. All right, so what does resistance create in a circuit?
What is friction?
Okay, friction's a good answer. I like that. All right, so what else could we have said instead of friction? Okay. Now, why would that be a problem?
Because it'll make it like overheat.
Okay. And why would overheating be a problem?
It won't work right.
Okay. And what else?
It'll burn the wire.
Okay. And that could cause what?
The fire.
Yeah. A lot of times when you guys hear about electrical fires or fires in houses, a lot of times it could have come from resistance or friction.
What about like, you know, like when phones get hot?
Mhm.
Like, I heard there, like, people that see why their phone it explodes. I forgot how it happened though. I think it overheated because she had a pull up. Yeah.
That's never a good place to put it. A lot of times, and we're going to talk about this when we get safety features at the end of the unit, like putting electrical cords under carpeting is bad, putting phones under pillow is bad, because those things get naturally warm, and they need to be in places that's ventilated so that they can cool
I
down.
always open my window
Okay.
at night, so, because I leave my phone in my bed to wake me up, so I always, just in case, it's always cold in my room at night, so even if it like slips underneath the pillow for like a
Alright.
second while I'm rolling around, it doesn't overheat.
My window always open.
Yeah,
But-
you just want to make sure that it's like
Your
sitting
phone
on
gets
a
hot in your
desk
pocket
or,
sometimes in the
you know,
summer.
some,
What do you feel like a hard-covered book?
or what?
Hard-covered book.
Yeah, that's fine.
What
And then
charger?
the charger.
So,
Yeah, that happens too.
so you know, like when you like help me at the pool, you let your phone sit on like a table.
Yeah,
Touching it gets really hot.
yeah, it gets really hot. Most iPhones shut down.
Yeah,
My screen comes up down in
As
cold.
long as it's heated, it's at 350 degrees somewhere. I don't know.
Yeah.
350 degrees. See,
That's
you might as well just like
Put an egg on it.
Yeah.
Water.
Now, I went to Emerald Point one time and I had some guy get out of the pool with his phone and asked me to plug into my battery pack. I'm like, dude, your phone is drowned. And this wasn't a waterproof phone. It wasn't even a waterproof case. I was like, no, I don't think so. All right,
I
now,
don't believe in waterproof cases.
now, sometimes, all right, there's good friction. All right, can you name some appliances in the house that would be good friction that you'd want high resistance in?
Oven.
Okay, oven, toaster.
Stove.
No on the microwave. That uses radiation, not heat. This oven is a stove. What else?
Conventional microwave.
No, the microwave is a no. It uses radiation. What else? Toaster, oven.
Lawn.
Come on in, Mr. Zellman.
Hey.
Hey,
Luis hasn't been here today, has he?
I have not seen Luis in at least 6
3
class
days.
periods.
Okay, I haven't seen him at all, so I'm trying to give him a monitor.
Gotcha.
All right.
I don't know. It's been Maybe longer than 6.
Yeah, he hasn't come to my class once since they added him.
Oh, really? No. No, I've had him at least a week of him being here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I figure I might have more luck because he can't get a worse one.
Oh, no. I've seen him some.
Yeah, Luis does not.
Okay, yeah. But I haven't seen him at least in 6 classes. Maybe 7. Yeah.
Yeah, the one that's on the
Yeah, Luis Cruz Meza.
Well, that was a good kid.
He had 50
Pyro?
last year.
Yeah. Yeah.
He can.
52.
Yeah.
Can I see an
He
envelope?
missed over a month. He missed like almost.
Look at this.
I was
It is-
like,
You came in here for nail clippers?
Yeah, and I hate my I'm just Pendergrass and fight.
I'll think about some things that we can put up there.
Thanks.
all right. Okay. Quick, somebody erase it.
Particularly my girls.
Particularly her girls.
Girls, you
You serious? Girls don't answer?
What things would we want good friction in? What things would y'all want to get hot?
Car.
Lawnmower.
Flat iron.
I said the same.
Blow dryer.
Hair dryer.
overheating.
Oh, blow dryer.
Literally. Hair dryer.
What's that called?
Go sit down, Mario.
Curling iron.
Yeah.
And you used to what's that called?
Iron.
Yeah, that.
Covers.
Huh?
Flat iron, iron.
Covers? We don't use electricity in covers?
You said.
down.
Oh, so you telling me
electric
blanket?
All right, electric blankets.
Oh, yeah, no. So I
I
know
thought
what's scary.
friction like kept. No, I'm sure.
Okay, those types of things you would want resistance in to create heat. But generally speaking, in most electrical appliances, you would not want friction. All right?
You're like your video game system. Wait.
Right, that would be a bad thing.
Yeah, it's getting hot. You gotta like.
Yes.
All
You want to
All right, we're not doing that today. All right, let's do Kahoot. We'll do that tomorrow.
Yes.
Oh, that's okay.
You didn't.
I don't do every other day.
Yeah.
I figured out why I was putting in my name like that the other day.
Stop.
It's because I was using
Ashley
emojis.
Force.
It was what?
It's because I was
Oh. And the laptop cart should be open.
Look at this.
What?
Dang, what you ready to make for?
Don't play. Don't play.
Trevor, you getting on nine?
My homie slow.
Don't worry.
We done? Doing good now?
Yes.
I can check my brain real quick, because I just did a whole 100-question test.
Where?
In my personal finance class.
We did that on the first day. Each semester.
Yeah,
Mr. Cruz.
Can I, go out and get some more?
100 question messages.
It'll be on paper.
It's on the computer.
I felt like 2 years. I guess everything.
Small.
Barely.
I'm probably gonna have
No.
They said it was kind of great. Just leave.
All right,
Colton was the only
Okay.
person to.
water up.
Not even the people that asked.
Small.
What?
Can I get water?
No.
See, I'm low-key kind of glad I'm skinny, because this tattoo would
I'm
cost
getting
way
water.
more if I like had a bigger arm.
How much was it?
It was $300.
No, that's
And that, yeah, it was.
This was.
This was
Yeah,
quarter sleeve, 300. Because he has a lot of detail on the hard stuff. But if I was like, I don't know,
Jose size.
if I was Jose,
We got a 4.
800.
Yeah.
Right there. Cause I had a girl. She had a heart like this. She was like heavier set. It's a heart. It's a white lady and a black girl.
I know that hurt.
Cause it took like 4 hours for him to do this. I'm a pretty skinny guy.
That ain't it.
no.
Physical science moment this weekend.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I'm standing on the edge of the boat. Ray was to move it so he wouldn't hit. She puts it in gear a little bit too fast.
Uh-huh.
I fall into the boat. and I kept falling.
Which Newton's law would that be?
The heck if I know. Do y'all know? This is chemistry or physical science? This is physical science, right?
Yeah,
I didn't have it. It's been 30 years since I've had physical
that
science.
would, all right, tell them what you just told
Okay,
me.
so I'm standing on the edge of it. Y'all got to figure out which Newton's law is this going to be.
First.
So, oh, you already know. Is that right? Are they right?
And tell me
Okay,
the
so
story.
I'm standing on the edge of the boat, fishing. My daughter puts it in gear. The boat in gear, yes, forcefully, and I fall back into the boat.
Second. First.
That's the third law. Whatever you guys want to decide.
Oh, well, what is your argument for whatever, which one you chose?
Because every
Reaction,
action
opposite
equal
reaction.
or out.
What was
I
yours?
really went up 20 points, so I did good on that.
Third.
Let's go.
Who got, you got it? Yay!
Let's
With the right reason? Yay! Good
For every
job.
reaction, there's an equal and opposite reaction.
Good job. And now I'm bruised, and the other reaction is the bruise and odds. Someone I didn't break
I got
something.
needles in my arm.
I just lay there. I was like, and of course they're dying laughing at me. And I'm like, I can't.
Yes.
No, it really happened. Yes, actually, I'm like, we have a lip for the fishing, and then there's like a storage area, and then there's like the bottom of the boat. So I was standing on the lip. I fell onto the storage, onto the bottom. I couldn't stop falling. So we're not letting her drive the boat anymore.
Only the truck.
Yeah. No. Well, she don't have a license for anything. So this is what I get. Okay.
But yeah, when we came in this morning, it was thrown up.
So they took the things up. I said,
You know what?
really was.
Hold on, let me get a first.
Yeah, because which one was supposed to be?
See,
Me,
like,
first one, second period.
Like, if you told me to give something a change,
Because I had to.
I can and you're normal now. You start throwing out freaking out.
No. I got here by 10:18.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So,
Yeah, he had eye surgery Friday a week ago. Yeah, he had tetanus.
Follow the
how do
ground.
you get that?
Follow the ground.
So he had eye surgery on his eyes.
And so she tells me to do this from
When's your birthday, Grace?
because they have second
When's your
lunch.
birthday?
They have second.
He's gonna Florida man it. Wow. Oh, like, wait, hold on. What? Okay.
So go in there. Subs in there. I said, there is a sub in this response right now. So, I mean, I don't know which one's going to do. Did she respond?
No.
How do you turn it?
Yeah.
I emailed her and told her when I got her. All right, is everybody in?
So, anyway.
Code's on board.
Careful, Vegas.
What is the song?
There's only 9 questions, so it should be pretty quick.
Oh, Miss Moss.
A little vicious over there.
Because you were in the way.
Come on, she didn't get suspended.
All right, that's not bad.
First, please.
Next.
I really think I got
All right.
Protons and neutrons.
Now, y'all keep saying protons and electrons, even though I asked this question. Remember, where are electrons found? Electrons lab.
E-cloud. I click neutrons.
Well, was it ready?
I know.
Yeah, electron.
With one electron. Blame wheel.
You are in the way, Miss Hall.
See?
Murder's
I
hot.
didn't know if you were.
You know what?
All right. So, if they're electrons, they're both what charge?
Who got it?
They're both negatives. 2 negatives will repel. They got to be opposites to attract. I'm there.
Trick us.
Words.
Same question.
Oh, crap, bro.
Like charges mean the same thing. 2 like charges will repel.
No.
All right, so what's the key there? Touches. So if it touched, it's conduction.
I saw electric scope when I was out there. How come when people see that?
Some of us got this wrong on the lab sheet.
When are we gonna get those back?
I've still got a grade about 4 that got turned in at the end. I'll probably hand it to you tomorrow.
Really?
Yep, that is induction. A lot of you put conduction because it was touching the wall. Remember, it's induction.
Oh, we.
No! I forgot it said rub. I forgot to rub. I'm on fourth still.
So since it says rub,
I got like 2 hours.
what is Trevor all been out of shape about?
It's supposed to be friction.
Supposed to be friction because it says rub.
Yeah.
All right.
I thought it said touch. My dyslexia.
Technically, if you rub it together, it's still touching.
Look at it.
It's obviously.
I want some chicks like.
All right. Remember, current measures electrons. Can protons and neutrons flow through a wire? No, because they're trapped where? In the what? In the nucleus.
Dang, we.
Not late.
I didn't know anything.
Remember, we just talked about this. They're inversely proportional. Did we talk about directly proportional today?
That's dumb.
Look at that third place, Kelvin.
What we get?
Go at me on the ground.
What? They don't show the fourth place person. I'm mad.
Hold on.
Stop. You got 11 white. Oh, there you go.
There's 1 through 5.
Something?
No.
Don't pick it up. Hey, everybody go follow Kelvin Vegas.
It's not bad.
What is Cal 4 Vegas?
His Instagram and Diavion.
Oh, good Lord.
You go follow this one?
I think they should be disqualified because they don't have that connection.
Right.
Kel is
But she knows who we are.
I'm in third place though. How does she? You just asked who Kel was.
Can we play another Kahoot?
He's the only person in here with.
I don't have another one at the moment.
Right.
All right.
We're done for the day.
Yep,
Oh yeah. I got it.
we are. Now, if you owe me any missing work, again, I'll be here today and tomorrow to do old missing work. So, if you have a laptop, put it in the cabinet.